During 2023, Dave Nellis from America First Credit Union has been a regular guest, highlighting the institution's Giving Back program and rewarding community leaders for their good deeds.
Yep, well, he's back here today to talk about some of the highlights of the program, how you can nominate someone, and a special recognition in light of the recent events at UNLV. Good morning, Dave Nellis. How are you?
It's so good to be here and celebrate the holidays down here in Las Vegas. Thank you.
It's always great to have you here. You know, whenever you come in, we both have a smile on our face because we know someone's about to be rewarded with the, some of the good work they've done in the community. So before we get onto some of your highlights, some of your favorites from this year, can you explain to someone, or to the viewers at home, the actual program itself, if they may not be aware of it?
Yeah, the Give Back program is something that we've been doing for many, many years, and it allows us to focus on those people who are giving back in the Las Vegas community. Viewers can go onto the KTNV website and nominate individuals, friends, family members, colleagues for the good that they're doing. That could be volunteer service, that could be a teacher, that could be a fireman, that could be someone who owns a food truck, someone who collects donations, and they just send those things out to the community. And so it's a wonderful program. We get to bring awareness to what they're doing and reward them a little bit with their efforts, or for their efforts.
Yeah, now Dave, when you're talking about that rewarding process, right, we've given to some really incredible people who are doing impactful work in our community. Do you have any favorites or most memorable that we've seen here?
Yeah, there's some that stick out, whether they bring a dog on the show or they're suffering themselves from cancer, they give back, and everybody who comes on the show sticks out to me. But there's some that are just kind of unique. Tanya Rose started this organization called Riders SOS Las Vegas, and she focuses her efforts on motorcycle riders. I didn't know that there was a space for that, but when you lose somebody, or when a rider goes down and they have medical bills, they may have a funeral, they may have repairs, she has this organization that supports those riders and does so much good through car shows and trick-or-treat events and just different things. And so those unique things just stick out. I love those individuals also, like Gigi Roundtree, who formed Common Tree. Yeah. And her organization serves people out in the community who are kind of disenfranchised. They may have just come out of the legal system. They may be homeless. They may not have the educational resources to survive in today's world. And so, she focuses her efforts on those types of things. There's people who've collected baby supplies for those new mothers and newborn babies who come out of the hospital and have nothing. And so we have so many great opportunities to be able to serve and recognize those unsung heroes, and it's a pleasure for us to recognize them.
I love the word unsung heroes because it does reflect, there are so many organizations out there. It's easy for people to forget the smaller, more niche, like you mentioned, the motorcycle program and people collecting, diapers and those kind of things. And that's what this program does. It really highlights the individuals and the smaller communities there. So you briefly touched on it earlier, but how, who can be nominated and how does that process actually work?
Yeah, well, like I said, you go to ktnv.com and there's a nomination page. You need to know who they are, what they do, but describe what is it that they're doing in the community? How do they make an impact? And then we have a vetting process. We conduct an interview and we make a selection. And so whether they're doing food or educational stuff or clothing or anything that you think that this person is doing good, a volunteer coach for somebody's team, any types of those things where people are just doing good, they're reaching beyond themselves and thinking of others, I think is a wonderful opportunity. So we would love anybody to be nominated and recognized. If you have loved ones or friends, nominate them on ktnv.com.
Well, Dave, we know recently, obviously our community had suffered a tragedy over at UNLV, and for that incident, you actually want to give back to that as well.
Yes, yeah. Today is kind of one of those special opportunities where we're not recognizing a specific individual, but we want to recognize the community of Las Vegas. In light of the tragedy at UNLV, and America First has a branch on campus. We were close, we were nearby, we heard the news, we kind of lived that tragedy along with everybody else on campus. And so we want to reach out to the community and say, we stand with you and love you and support you. And so today, America First would like to make a donation to the Vegas Strong Resiliency Center. Yeah. They provide support and care and legal aid for those people who are impacted by tragedies such as UNLV. And so it's a privilege for America First to be able to make this donation, not to a specific person, but to those people who were impacted, especially the first responders, what an incredible job that they did. And so it's a privilege for us to be able to recognize these, and would hope that anybody could go get some support.
Yeah, this is a significant contribution, and it just shows the generosity and the community outreach that you guys do to such great effect. Another aspect of what you guys are doing, you have donations being accepted at branches as well right now for another program you're doing.
Yeah, every year we have an endearing holiday tradition, and this year is our 29th year of the Warm the Souls for Kids program. This is a program where we collect donations from our members and the community at large, where we go and purchase shoes. Last year we purchased over 2,800 pairs of shoes. This year we want to up that goal by 500 and donate over 3,300 shoes to kids. And so if you're a member, use your online banking, your mobile banking, go into an America First branch, or you can go to americafirst.com/ scan the QR code and make a donation.
Dave, thank you so much for joining us this morning. To make a donation to Warm the Souls, visit americafirst.com, or to nominate someone for the Give Back program, visit ktnv.com/give.